Hello and welcome back to Soulcaliber 3. Next up is Voldo's Cursed Tale of Souls. Now if you like what you see and you want to see more Soulcaliber, then make sure you subscribe. Obtaining fragments of Soul Edge at the orders of his late master, Virtue, Voldo returned to the money pit to find out the vertical shaft had been disturbed in his absence. He noticed that the thief had stolen only those items related to Soul Edge. If he were to track down the perpetrator and force him to tell everything he knew about this cursed sword, imagining his beloved master praising him with warm words, Voldo shook with excitement. As he completed preparations to venture out once more, he sensed the presence of a new intruder. From what had just happened, he knew it was dangerous to rely completely on traps. He stepped forth, weapon in hand, to eliminate the intruder himself. Moving more quietly than a whisper, a shadow approached the unfortunate intruder. The doomed man showed no sign of noticing the threat. He merely gazed, transfixed at the treasure trove before him. But the treasure was the legacy of his beloved master Virtue. Moving to put an end to the life of this bandit before he lay a hand on the treasure, Voldo drew his weapon, deaf to the foolish intruder.
The fighters face a gruesome quest to search for the ultimate sword.
I have no interest in speaking with the dead.
Versus Thief. Fight!
Oh, how do you duck that? Duck that. Ah.
You win!
After defeating the thief, Voldo turned his face upward. The man had companions. However, it appeared that they were frantically running away. Voldo glided up the money pit to put an end to them. But when he reached the surface, the unforgivable intruders had already paddled out to the sea on their boat. After facing the sea for a while, Voldo made his next move. Chase the thieves to the ends of the earth. The thieves believed that they had escaped to the safety of the open sea, but they now lay at Voldo's feet. The ship eventually reached land, and he began his journey in search of Soul Edge. Faintly detecting the same smell that the fragments of Soul Edge possessed, he traced it and arrived at the battlefield. Paying no heed to the crisscrossing bullets, he went after the scent.
Love and madness slowly intertwine.
You will have no chance to strike.
Versus Raphael. Fight!
Who will have no chance to strike? No! I went early on that last hit! Ah!
You win!
That should have been a perfect. The scent on the man Voldo struck down was weaker than he had thought. Frankly, it was not even close to that of the woman he had met the last time he had journeyed the outside world in search of Soul Edge. Disheartened, Voldo once again began wandering in search of the scent. Eventually arriving at an old castle ruin, he rejoiced at the scent present in this land. This could be it.
He looks really strong, very strong. I can't wait to see you die. It's going to look incredible.
Versus Tira. Fight!
No, it won't. I can't. I'm trying to do something stylish, but I guess not. Ring out it will be. I said ring out. What? Hey, can't block this. No, she can hit me though. There we go.
You win.
surprisingly close. The girl slipped away and ran. Voldo reached out with his hand but missed her by inches. The scent she emitted was strong. However, he could also sense a powerful scent from this land itself. He made up his mind in an instant. Choose the scent of the land and explore the castle. The scent that remained in the castle was strong, but it seemed it was also quite old. 4 years must have passed. The enemy who had escaped moments before had possessed the scent, albeit weakly. Voldo turned to pursue that target, but stopped when he sensed a new presence. There was a presence unthinkable for a living creature. Voldo's finely tuned instincts warned him that it was dangerous.
Now two souls are fiercely entangled. Versus Revenant. Fight!
Revenant. I can't hit this. Nope. Back hit! And off you go. Oh, I don't want to bring myself out. Just do you. Ha.
You win!
Voldo felt like he was being watched. How many? Is it just going to be Ling Long all these times?
Now two souls are fiercely entangled.
Has Wang even turned up yet? Or Arthur? There might be one Arthur, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Arthur was in Siegfried, I think.
Versus Li Long. Fight!
Li Long, but yeah, multi-hit. Okay, there. Thank you. Hey, you can't block that. And up. And over the edge. Oh no, why'd you knock him back down? No! Oh, oops. Well, that was quick. Started charging him when the text was still on the screen. Oh. Oh, there we go.
You win!
After defeating this presumably former human being, Voldo sensed the sense of soul edge in the area. Pursuing the scent, he arrived at a clock tower. However, his instinct told him that the smell had been deliberately placed here to lure him. But it was still a clue. Keeping his guard up, Voldo snuck inside the tower. Now I have to lose this the first time, so I'm going to let the cog hit me.
I cannot allow a monster like you to possess that sword.
Oh, why'd I roll that? Come on. There we go.
Ring out. Versus Zasalamel. Fight!
Alright, so it's properly this time. Out. Ah!
Ring out.
Look at that.
You win!
Any mention of the curse? No. Now, on the Night Terror path with Voldo, when Zasalamel says about the curse, which he doesn't hear for some reason, it actually says Voldo doesn't care to listen to what the man says, so technically, it could be said that Zasalamel said something this time, but Voldo didn't care, so you could let it be this time, but anyway. In the end, he gained nothing from the clock tower. Voldo left Europe, perhaps deciding there was nothing else to find in that land. While heading east along the Silk Road, he sensed the smell. He immediately began pursuing its source. However, his target was apparently very perceptive as well, and noticed the pursuer. 1 month after beginning the hunt, Voldo finally succeeded in closing in on his prey.
The cursed one bears its fangs to the god that has forsaken it. Versus Lizardman. Fight!
carry you home in a barrel and leave you to suffocate. Goodbye. Stop blocking!
You win.
Defeating his inhuman opponent, Voldo obtained several fragments of soul edge that the monster had possessed. He let loose a breath of joy, but his body suddenly shivered as if feeling cold. There was something wrong with his body. He felt exhausted, and his strength would not recover. In the back of Voldo's mind, the image of the man with the scythe surfaced. He didn't know what had been done to him, but his instincts told him that the man was involved. Also, with the other characters, it has them saying the quote, but yeah, Voldo didn't listen. Rest first in order to recover. One morning, as Voldo rested his body, which had grown tired over the long journey, he noticed that the fragments he had collected were gone. Breathing loudly in regret and rage, he went after the thief at once. Fortunately, the smell of the fragments had not yet gone far, and tracking them proved easy. After successfully retrieving the fragments from the fall, Voldo sensed the scent in the direction the thief had been heading. It seemed other fragments were being collected there.
He is on a hunt to find the truth. Die! Versus Yoshimitsu. Fight!
Going in the lava. Like that.
You win!
That's quick. After defeating the leader of a band of thieves that had been collecting fragments of soul edge from throughout the land, Voldo let out a moan of deep emotion upon examining the sword his enemy had wielded. It was the one that had been stolen from the money pit. He had brought justice to the despicable grave robber. Taking the fragments that the thieves had been collecting as well, Voldo continued on his journey. Pursue soul edge using the faint resonation of the fragments as a clue. Afterwards, Voldo continued his search for soul edge with the clues he had gathered, and finally detected a scent stronger than any he had ever before. He arrived at a cathedral in a remote area. An entity with a scent this strong could be none other than soul edge itself. The sound of steel clashing upon steel reached Voldo's ears. He bounded into the cathedral, as if struck. Someone was fighting inside. Come on, Nightmare. No.
If you're after the sword, don't expect to get past here alive. Sorry to keep you. You're up next.
Versus Siegfried. Fight!
And off. Voice of Rage!
You win!
I didn't think the first one would hit. I thought I'd have to follow it up, but wow.
I'm impressed that you made it this far. Not bad at all. My dream is about to be realized. You, however, are not worthy of witnessing this glorious moment. Leave this place at once.
Look.
Versus Abyss.
Alright, let's see how quick you ring out.
Ring out.
Wow.
You win.
Ultimate combo? I think so.
Voldo. Voldo.
soul edge. But my dear Voldo, that alone is not enough. Souls. We need plenty of human souls. Oh, how beautiful art souls, dear Voldo. So fragile and so beautiful. Soul Edge would be ever more beautiful if it had more souls.
The legend.
Well, that was
will
very
die.
quick. Only one loss to Lee Long. Everyone else is just an instant bring out. That's crazy quick. Well, I know most of these curse runs up to this point have had like nothing to do with the actual curse. But given as Voldo doesn't even listen to what Zasalamel says, he doesn't even mention the curse at all during his own run. So it's just like, it's so unimplemented and rushed that there's nothing to go off with the actual curse. I mean, Voldo doesn't even think he's cursed, he just thinks he's tired. Like, but yeah, other than that, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, then make sure you subscribe. I am sick in this video, so that's why if I sound a bit odd, that's, yeah. Anyway, and until next time.